So this is the window I'm going to be replacing, and currently there is a top plate in the window and there you can see it, but the rest of the window frame I have ripped out because it was completely rotten. So I'm going to put in a new frame of 3 pieces, 2 sides and a bottom, and I'm just going to fix them in place. So I'll cut out 3 separate pieces, paint them and then just knock them into place. And then I have a metal window frame with glass in it, and I can just set that in then. And that'll be it pretty much, nice and easy. So the outer concrete piece is 38 inches tall and 28 inches wide. And the window I'm wanting to put in is 33 inches by 23 inches. And as you can see, it doesn't quite fit in. So I'm going to have to create a wooden border to set this window into. And currently there's a top plate up here and it's nice solid wood, and when I ripped out the old window I took out the existing sides and bottom, but the top plate is nice and dry and more importantly very solid in place, so I don't actually need to remove that. I can just give it a touch of paint. So I'm going to make 2 new sides and bottom, and then I can set this window piece, which I already have, in place. For the timber window frame I have this big chunky block, and I've got loads of these, probably about 50 maybe, and they're all about 3 inches by 2.5 inches, and this is thick enough to do, because if you remember here, this is 23 and this is 28, which means I need 5 inches of thickness for window frame, and if this is 3 inches that gives me 6 inches because there's 2 of them, and 6 is greater than 5, so I'll have a little bit of an overlap, and that is good. I'll chop it to length, stick it in the window, check it fits, and then we can paint it. I can now check that these fit just simply by putting them in the window. So let's see. Oh, this is awkward to do one-handed, and I can see that I've most definitely done something wrong. Down here I'm going to put in a thunderbolt on either side, and at the top I can just screw it directly into the top plate. So the next thing is, now I'm going to measure the distance between the 2 posts, and then I can just cut the bottom piece to that length. So 57 centimeters is my mark. Let's see where that is. There's 57 right there. Let's mark that. And then go across. And now we just chop her. So with the bottom piece cut, I can now simply, try not to fall off the ladder, I can just pop the piece in and should just be able to knock it down into place. Probably need a hammer. I have one right here. Just be able to knock it into place. I'm only actually going to need 4 thunderbolts because 2 attached to the bottom piece and 1 to each side. But a little problem is the fact that this is the piece I'm using and the thunderbolt is a bit short. But this is alright because I don't need this much attachment to the wood. So if I sink the thunderbolt in about that much, that's plenty of hold right there. So that's what I've done. On the far side here, I've countersunk the head and then pre-drilled so that it'll be easy to drive in. And now I just need to do this to all the pieces. I have now got all the holes drilled and all the counter things synced and bolts and blah de blah. Now I just need to go drill some holes in the stone. So I've got this one installed here, and I'm going to drive in the Thunderbolt here, and that'll tell me where it'll poke out, and then I can mark and succeedingly drill.
I wasn't able to film much of putting in the window because it's from quite a height and it's not a lot of room up here. So the two sides and the bottom are attached and they are rock solid, not moving if there was a hurricane. So that's good, it's a window, it should be strong. Now that I've got all the window pieces removed, I'm going to sand them down a touch to get them a bit smooth, just so the paint will adhere better, and then I'll paint them. Now that they're all sanded, I'm going to paint them in dark red using this oil-based paint. So this is the main window frame which I'm going to be using, and as you can tell it looks a bit yuck at the moment. It's all rusty, so I'm going to clean it up with the wire brush and all, and then I'll paint it, clean the glass and all that, and it'll be nice and lovely. So I'm going to have to clean it up with the wire brush, but because you're only going to see the face of it, and it isn't really going to serve the purpose of a window, but more of just a hole filler. In fact, I'm only going to clean about half of it maybe, because I'm only going to paint half of it, because only half of it will be seen. So I've got the window out, cleaned up and ready to paint, so let's paint her. I've managed to set up a work platform, and this is very handy. Ladders at such a good angle you don't even need to use your arms, and now I have something stable to stand on. So now that these are all painted, time to get the window in. Here we are, so let's crank her in. There we go. And now you just need to put the bottom plate in, and that should be easy enough. If I can remember which way around it went. Let's see. This way? Yeah, it was this way. Just need to smack her down in now. There's one, and second one. Nope, I'm dead. So I've lifted the window out, and it turns out the height of it is too tall by 1 centimetre,
But this isn't actually that much of a problem, because all I have to do is chop off a centimetre here and a centimetre here. So let's go get the grinder, and that should be it then. So that's pretty much where it needs to be. I just need to screw it in now. Three things I still have to do. First is fill in this gap by just putting a stick in behind, and that'll be easy. Second is to paint this top plate because it's old and looking a bit rough, but still nice and solid, so I'll just have to paint that. And then third and final thing is to install the actual window pane piece, which I took out. Now for the final huzzah, I'm going to insert this glazed panel into the window. So it goes up and in, and then this is going to be awkward. It has to hook in this way. Let's see, can I do it blind? I've come round now to the inside of the window, and now I can try and get it fitted. Oh yeah, there we go. So much easier when you're actually able to see what you're doing. So that's the window all finished now, and it even has the amazing feature of being adjustable. So you can close it all the way, you can have it open a crack, you can have it open a width, and you can even have it open all the way. But it's a window, so most of the time we'll just have it closed, and the only thing it actually needs now is a good scrub for the glass isn't so clean. So thank you very much for watching. I also do other windows. I've done one on a toilet before, and I also make other interesting things and restore things. So if you want, take a look at all of that.